Greetings fellow Decepticons, Sandblaster1987 here, continuing my, Power Rangers Mystic Force / Maho Sentai Magi Ranger reviews with Magi King, aka the Titan Megazord. This is the American version because the Japanese version has a few more paint tabs on some parts. So, unlike the usual Zord technique of the Zords being summoned from HQ by the Rangers and then the Rangers get absorbed into the cockpits, like pretty much every other Power Ranger series up to 2005 at this point, these Zords actually are the Rangers themselves, using a magic spell code, Gorwit Mr. Privior, which is 125 on the Mystic Morpher cell phone. Now, there are 5 figures here, one of which is very similar to something I reviewed last week, so without further ado, let's jump right in with the Red Ranger's Phoenix Zord. Now, as previously stated, this figure was extensively retooled into the Bandai Japan exclusive Wolzard, aka Korak the Nightwolf from the Centaurus Wolf Megazord set, which was never released in America. As you can see, these two figures share the same engineering and the same basic skeleton of design. I'll get back to Korak later. For those who didn't see my previous review, there is no head movement because of transformation. Shoulders go 360 degrees on a ratchet and also 2 or 3 clicks in and out. Front skirt moves forward to accommodate leg movement of forward back legs and 2 clicks outwards on a ratchet. Full knee bend, ratcheted, and also a break in the thigh for transformation. The Phoenix Zord also comes with this rubbery little sword thing, which can also peg into a slot on the back of their head hiding compartment. He is not quite flexible enough to reach and grab it like some Transformers I could mention, such as Drift, but oh well, it's a Bandai toy, what do you expect? This figure was known as Magi Phoenix in the Japanese Maho Sentai Magi Ranger release. Now moving on to the Yellow Ranger's Garuda Zord, aka Magi Garuda. This figure does not have quite so much articulation, no forward movement of the legs whatsoever, only outward. But it does have a swivel above the leg joint for transformation purposes. Universal ratchets on the wings, nothing at the neck, and the wings have an extreme extension wingspan length, which is also why the legs have this swivel joint to turn into a massive winged backpack for the Mystic Force Titan Megazord. Seriously, this wingspan is almost the size of Titan Metroplex, which I can't show you because I don't have one. Stick around till TF Nation 2019 to see that, possibly. Mystic Force was one of those rare instances with a female Blue Ranger and a male Yellow Ranger. Something that the Super Sentai did more often. Anyway, moving on to the Green Ranger's Minotaur Zord, aka Magi Minotaur. This figure becomes the main bulk of the Megazord. As such, it has somewhat hampered articulation due to its functions. It has backwards knees because of the Megazord legs being the other way round. The feet can technically move up a little bit, but that's not really for much purpose in this mode. he comes with an axe that he can barely wield, and he has the same head gimmick as Punch Counter Punch. Just flip the horns up and the Megazord head's Wizard Hat is on the other side. Spoiler alert for later on. Again, limited articulation, 360 degree shoulders, in and outward movement, and I'm sure a few adults will appreciate this, sideways elbow action. Because this is the main bulk of the Megazord and the Dragon mode, the Minotaur is the most hampered by its gimmicks. Almost. However, Blue Ranger's Mystic Mermaid, or Magi Mermaid Zord, is even worse. Because of her transformation gimmick, she is just as bad as, if not worse than, Energon's Wing Saber. Watch TJ Omega's Plastic Addict review for that one. As you can see, she hides her head along one side and splits in half. Exactly the same as Wing Saber. Meaning she has no leg or head or arm movement that is worth anything in Zord form. She does wield a trident, but she can't point it at anything. And also the backpack forms the Dragon Tail for one of the two combined modes. Finally, the Pink Ranger's Mystic Sprite. Can't quite remember the Magic Ranger name for this one, but at least she has teeny tiny ball jointed, well almost ball jointed shoulders. The kibble gets in the way of outward movement. Nothing in the neck as per usual, and tilting toes because her foot is also the tongue for the Dragon mode, because the head is on her back. In the show, the Pink Ranger's Sprite Zord could transform into a football for melee attacks that could be kicked either by the Minotaur or Phoenix Zord. However, this is a toy and thus cannot do that. Hopefully one day a toy will exist that can do such a thing, but engineering does not currently have the advancements required for such, so CGI it is until then. Now for a final group shot and size comparisons before we get into the combination. So, here are the team once again, and here is Takara Legends Blur for comparison. As you can see, at the head, Blur is just about shorter than the Garuda, much shorter than the Minotaur, much taller than the Sprite, and about equal with the Phoenix and Mermaid Zords. And here's Korag again, same height as the Phoenix, so anyway, there are two different combinations you can use with this team, so without further ado, Gorwit, Misto, Odios. So to begin the transformation to Dragon mode, first hide the head of the Garuda Zord and extend this part forward. Then transform the Sprite Zord into the Dragon mode's head, like so. You'll have to excuse the condition of my Sprite Zord. I've had this set a long time and her waist is broken in half. Just get everything into alignment here. Use this ball joint on here to connect the Sprite and Garuda Zords together to form the head and neck assembly of the dragon. Put this off to one side and bring in the Minotaur, remove the axe, put that off to one side, bring the Minotaur horns together. Bring the Minotaur feet up so the dragon claws face forward and bring these back. Bring the Minotaur arms to the back of the body. Then use this hinge here to connect the Garuda and Sprite onto the Minotaur, and this clip here to connect it further. From here, open out and extend the wings. You can already tell this is going to be big. One of the biggest auxiliary transformations I've ever seen in a Megazord, to be honest. Then again, I don't exactly have any other Megazords with auxiliary transformations such as this, so I can't really say. Lock that in place. Then, take the Phoenix's sword and the mermaid's trident and fuse them together into a lance, which then can be given to either a Phoenixord or Korag. Split the mermaid in half. And extend the dragon tail component. Make sure the mermaid's legs are facing the right way. And use these clips here to connect to the holes at the bottom of the Minotaur's pelvis, for want of a better term. Peg the mermaids all back together to form the base of the tail assembly. Slightly lazy engineering on Bandai Japan's part with this one, I think, but still, who am I to say that? Split the mermaid feet open for a moment. Insert the tail. Combine the axe with the dragon tail. And peg it together. You'll have to forgive me, this figure's quite old and some of the joints are wearing down a bit from overuse. Yep, that works. So, now, bring the Phoenix's legs up and outward slightly, bend the knees, bring the lance wielding arm up, and seat in this area here. That's the best I can do for the time being. It is able to clip in, but for simplicity's sake I'm going to leave it here for now. I'm sure my cameraman is struggling to get all of this in frame right now. This is the largest dragon I ever hope to encounter, let's put it that way. Just a slow turn for those that want to see it from all possible angles. Again, due to the same engineering, Korak, aka Wolzard, can pilot this combination as well. Not sure why he would want to, being the main bad guy of the season, but still. Same engineering, same compatibility. And yes, because of the way that Garuda's wings are jointed, if you don't like the exposed screws, you can pop them off and swap them around so that they're the other way up. For simplicity's sake, I'm not going to do that for this review. Apologies for the random jump cut, folks. As I said, 13-year-old toy, loose joints, move past it. So, to combine into the main Megazord mode, take the Minotaur, horns together, and fold the head back. Split the rear muscles into the new shoulders, flip the hands around, and clip them into place. This does mean no elbows, sadly, but never mind. Next, extend the feet all the way out like this to increase the height. Split the mermaid in half once again. And turn her into a pair of boots. Which then attach to the Minotaur. Like so. Attach the Garuda in wing pack mode as before. Then dislocate the Phoenix Zord's shoulders. Ooh. Flip the panel down to hide the head. Connect the dragon head into the Phoenix Zord's arms and bring them both together. It appears these clips are starting to wear a little. They don't seem to want to hold on to the Sprite Zord much anymore. Oh well. Now, break the Phoenix's thighs just above the knee. That sounded painful. Connect into the torso, just here. Flip the head forward. Bring the helmet up to reveal the face and bring the dragon antenna face down over the neck. Take the dragon tail and the lance and combine them together to create the Titan sword. Not painted, unfortunately, although there are fully painted roleplay versions of this sword available elsewhere. Stick the sword in the hand. Doesn't go in all the way because of the halfway blockage, but it does at least go in at all, that's the main thing. And here we have the Titan Megazord in its full wingspan mode. For size comparisons, here is the Centaurus Wolf Megazord, or Woolkaiser, right next to it. These two battled each other all the time in both the American and Japanese versions from what I can tell. And for another comparison, here's Blur again, looking pretty small compared to these two, isn't he? He's so small and so scared of him he can barely stand up. Now, I previously mentioned that due to the extensive re-engineering of the Phoenix-Zord into the Walzard minifigure, they were both compatible with each other's Megazords. And this is definitely true. I do not currently have with me the correct accessories for the Centaurus Phoenix Megazord, but I can at least put Korag into the Titan Megazord's chest. Break Korag's thighs just above the knee, and connect him into the torso here. And now we have the Wolf Titan Megazord. Potential fan mode, since this never appeared in the actual Power Rangers or Sentai series, but it is something you can do if you have both sets. Good luck finding Centaurus Wolf though, because it was never released in America. Anyway, that just about wraps things up, I reckon. I'll be back to Transformers next week when I review Takara Legends Blur. May the power protect you.